Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Definitely a thumbs up. It is good to exist. The landscape was skewed. No matter where you stood, it seemed you were in the bottom of a large bowl, the horizon always looming as it faded into the gloom. The dark grass, almost black, rose only to mid-shin, thick around the clustered gravestones. The stones themselves were planted almost haphazardly, some leaning, some almost falling, but all still standing. No matter how far you walked, the gravestones were already there before you. It is 7:35. The wind is lightly blowing the evergreens in the patch o' forest out past our back porch area. There's like a 3-block area or so that's like just forest, and so thumbs up. Tucked inside of there are various buildings here and there, but it's largely just woods, so that's a good thing. There's lots of patches of that around in Shelton, so thumbs up for that. It's good to be around trees, definitely a good thing. One of the things that I wanted to talk about, quite oddly, is something that I've been thinking about for a very long time, but after watching this video, finally it told me why. There's this big thing about the whole, American Indian versus Native American. On the reservations in the United States, mostly you will hear the people refer to themselves as American Indian. Whereas off the reservations, people say things like Native American. I had heard before that American Indians, actually, if you ask them, preferred to be called American Indians and not Native Americans. And it wasn't until I watched this one video, part of a series, that I got to understand why. In at least the United States area, in Canada and parts of Mexico, there were over 500 nations. 500. There aren't even that many nations in the world right now. There are under 200 nations. You add territories and small places in there, there's like 240, 250. But there were 500 nations just of the American indigenous peoples. And then, of course, the Europeans came in and smashed all these people down and crushed them and did all we could to eradicate them. These people still have their identities, crushed down into these tiny reservations. American Indian, though it comes, from the ancient times when people thought they were, from India. That at least means, American Indian means those 500 nations. Native American means anyone from North or South America, any of the original indigenous peoples. So Native Americans really blurs out, rubs out, and erases any identity you had, whereas American Indian, that at least says you were one of the original 500 nations that were a part of the country. So I can see their point. One just says you're part of this half of the hemisphere, and the other term, though it comes from misunderstandings, at least means these 500 nations. You are a member of these 500 nations, these people. So I can understand. Thumbs up. Just passing along knowledge, because learning things is good. I enjoy learning things. That's one of my hopes that would keep me from, hopeful brain decline, I mean, it's only like 5, 10, maybe 15% max. I think it's like 10% of the population actually has, senility, which is all sorts of dementias. If you're one of those 10%, then you're screwed. But hopefully, by using my brain and learning things forever, I'm going to hang on as long as possible. That would be good. Because you got to keep your brain working. And thinking of that, of course, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mortality. I've talked before about hearing the death drum march. The death march drums. Let's get the words in the proper order there. Death march drums. As you get older, you get to hear the death march drums go louder and louder because people your age and older start dying faster and faster. I mean, hokey smokes. Back when I was a kid, and a young adult, up while I was still able to collect comic books up until the early 90s, I collected underground comic books as well. One of the underground comic book artists that I used to follow way back when, watched him for decades, he just died. 75 years old, he's dead. And there was Gan Wilson, an excellent artist, macabre artist. He just died. And there's another musician. They died at 70. I'm pushing 60, and everyone's dying at like 15 years from my age now. I sure don't want to die that soon, I'll tell you. So, yeah, I'm trying to learn, and even though I didn't go for a walkies last night, I went walkies the night before and the night before, so I'm still pushing, I'm still exercising, but, you're gonna go when you're gonna go. It's just I want to push that off as far as I can, definitely. Oof. Past that though, I mean, yesterday I did a whole bunch of videos and then I tried my best to stay awake and do things. And while I did have some issues with falling asleep, it happens, pain-related insomnia. I don't sleep as much as I should at night, so if I'm not careful, I will fall asleep during the daytime. And it's not always something I can control. It's afterward when I'm like, oh no, that I realize that this has been happening. So, yay. But still, you do what you can. But I've still been working on my story ideas and still working on thinking. That's definitely a good thing. You need to think. Once again, use your brain. That's one of the things that is really, really good for you. In fact, I talked about this before. I don't know if they still do it, but there was a place in one of these states where they offered free housing for seniors as long as you took community classes to keep your brain working. You got to use it or you lose it. So keep thinking, keep working. Buy puzzle books, do crosswords, do something to keep your brain working. Be creative, do something. It's good for you. Definitely, I suggest writing, but then I've been a writer my whole life. I'm still writing now. I wish I was a professional paid writer, but I've been fighting with my own mental demons so long, I may become a paid writer at some point. I got like 13 years. I plan on living longer than 70. I plan on living longer than 75. I mean, that's why I'm going to the doctor to see about my heart to make sure I'm going to be nice and healthy for that. So definitely a thumbs up. Oh, one thing I did want to say, because I'm kind of proud of this, but also, I mean, it's just a silly thing, but I just wanted to mention it anyway. About a year ago or so, somebody, I think it was on Facebook that I talked to, Facebook friend, had said that they were listening to one of my videos and it just comes to an abrupt end. There are people that just watch my video that don't watch the videos, but they watch. They put them on, they just listen. Like it's a podcast, and that's fine, that's wonderful. I do that myself with other videos. I'll be playing a game, put on a video, go play the game. So I'm just listening to the video while I'm playing the game. So I think that's awesome that people do that. Where was I going? Oh yes, but they said the video came to an abrupt ending. So one of the things that I do, if you ever watch my videos, you may not notice this consciously, but you'll hopefully get used to it on a subconscious level. There's two types of videos that I have for my gameplay stuff because I do them in two parts. So there's the first, a halfway video, and then there's an end video. On the halfway video, I want to start making 3 tones because I have a sound, and then there's the outro. So it doesn't come to an abrupt ending. You get a sound, and then there's an outro, so you know the thing is coming to an end. I deliberately made the sound so that you get used to the sound intro. So you hear the sound, you know my video is coming to an end. End videos, there's 3 sounds as they're coming to, because it's the last part, the end video. So, 30 seconds before it ends, there's a tone. 20 seconds before it ends, there's a tone. 10 seconds before it ends, there's a tone. And then it ends. So when you're listening to my videos, many of my gameplay videos, just as something to have on in the background, hopefully your subconscious notices the sound so that you get ready and prepared. You're already there. You know it's coming. So, hopefully. No, itchy nose. But past that, still just surviving, living, doing what I gotta do. Thumbs up for that. Nothing's really happened since yesterday. I've pretty much said everything that has. Oh, my nose is so itchy right now. But I'm going to go through, because it's going to be a short vlog, I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. It is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language, I get lost. You've seen me get lost, even in this video. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and it is a range of 20 to 25. I already said that part. I'm not reading the comments right now. There we go. But I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. You took the time. You expended the calories. Thank you very much. So we have Illusion of Death. Are you busted down is the question. I don't even know what that means, but thank you for the comment. And Moonshiner, greatly appreciated. Ricky Constancio, thumbs up and thank you. NBK Rex, greatly appreciated. And Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kitscat, I had gotten it wrong about the sleep apnea, and you are correct. Thank you very, very much for the good information. It's good to know. Diego AJ, thumbs up and thank you. We have Michelle Aarons, greatly appreciated. And Russian Timing, thumbs up and thank you. Stephen Blanchard, thumbs up. We have Unknown, greatly appreciated. We have Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up and thank you. Quilet, Kuilet, I don't know how it's pronounced, but thank you very much. George Costaros, thumbs up and thank you. CT_human, greatly appreciated. David Anderson, thumbs up. Some guy named Jamie, greatly appreciated. Susan Mason, thumbs up and thank you. And Karen Lemongrab, always good to see you in the comments. And then we have Nightmare, thumbs up and thank you. Paladin Walliam, greatly appreciated. Stephen Thorpenberg, I sure hope I'm close. And Lucifer, thumbs up and thank you. Krish Anu Neoji, I'm nowhere close, but thank you. RJ Mitchell, thank you all so very, very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. It is appreciated to no end. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you would like to help me out monetarily but did not want to donate to one of those places, I have a PayPal link down below. That would be very cool if you could check that out. If you wanted to support me but didn't want to send me money, I have an Amazon wish list with cat food, hamster food, silly things, not silly things on it. That would be cool if you could check that out. Now, don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained until the literal end of time. Which is a long time, so probably only about another, maximum like 20 years. Then I'm gonna die. Hopefully not too soon though. Definitely a thumbs up. So, yeah, I got this video you've been watching. I got another video I need to edit and render. Another video, most likely, though if I don't do it, then that's okay too. So, we'll see what happens on that one. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.